You are live, by the way.
We are live. Okay, it's not still on just me. It's not my actual full time. What was I gonna try? Michael Carroll messaged me, and who the F is Dart S?
What do you get when you cross an elephant and a rhino?
Daniel Southern.
That doesn't stop me from eating.
Elefino. I made a change to that once.
Rhino elephant.
It's a Elefino.
A rhino elephantus.
It's an
Elephant rhino.
I
Rhino.
don't think Aaron cares. Oblivious he is.
Rhino.
I have another terrible joke if you'd like it.
Sure.
Did you know it's impossible to run in a campground? You can only ran because it's past tense.
But it's
terrible.
That's what
Past tense.
Yes.
It's a play on words because ran is a past tense version of run. So you can't run, which is a current tense.
Is it possible to lick your elbow?
I'll work on it.
It's right there.
Not for most people.
Yeah.
Because it's also really hard because you would have to do a twist and the arm doesn't twist that far.
That's what friends are for. I think.
Yeah, like your own.
Yeah, I
your
mean,
friend's elbow.
pretty much everybody in the world, other than you, maybe can lick your elbow.
What?
Yeah.
That's disappointing. Wow, I want to reset on life.
I mean, I could lick your elbow.
Yeah.
Billy could lick your elbow.
Oh.
I'm not going to.
Why? This one got ranch on it.
But I could.
It'd probably be delicious.
It's probably got murder sauce on it.
Oh no, no murder sauce this time.
That's a spicy elbow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
All right,
few and
2
far
minutes
between.
and I'm starting.
Murder
If people
sauce
are here or
on
not.
They used to be on D. I'm not sure what they are, but they changed titles 3
Some
times
murder
because
weenus.
there were so many infringement lawsuits against them. It was so hilarious. So they went from like New York City pizza. I love New York pizza. It was just hilarious.
I love New York pizza off of Old Winter Garden.
Those are the people that complained about this one spot that I'm talking about. They complained about the one on D. So they changed their name.
This is Russo's.
Russo.
He's from New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Okay.
So his pie is close to tomato pies and close to New York pizza. Not exactly one or the other. It's a little bit of home. It's not perfect, but what you gonna do?
You want me to
That's
jump
all
in the
good.
meeting so I can
Some people try.
allow people
I'm
to
glad
get
they-
But I used to
their
get my
show?
pizza from Greeks and
Sure.
So
Where Kyle's
it's a different kind of pie.
usually on top of it.
Oh, so-
Blackheart's there too, but he's probably in
I'll
like
let them do them things.
probably like
What?
I will get back
Pennsylvania.
to heckling
Yeah.
and sharing terrible jokes.
I worked at Jimbo's.
Are you ready? Finally?
A lot of time, Jim.
Sure. Yeah,
Mostly
ready.
Tuesday.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Well, you've been live for 4.5 minutes.
Cool.
Oh wow.
6 months, someone else has to do this.
I'm still doing things for me inside.
Dang.
Inside level one.
Yeah.
No.
Hello and welcome to the September FamiLAB meeting of extraordinary things. We are recording and live on the internet, so if you are not okay with being presented on the internet and recorded for all of time, get out. Ray, you signed that away a long time ago. First is to Dan with the weather. I was just going to turn the camera to you.
Good, that's so much easier.
Wow, look at that. Motion sickness.
Okay, so things are still holding reasonably steady with the financial situation. We had a net positive one member since the last meeting, bringing our total to 116. So yay! And we had $180 out of our Amazon Smile quarterly thing. So that's good. Thank you for tagging us or doing whatever, using Amazon Smile and saying you want the tiny little percentage to go to us. Other than that, everything's, like I say, relatively stable right now. Still want to work on getting the membership up there, but it's been a net positive for the month, so that's good. Any questions?
Any questions for Dan with the weather? I don't think anyone wants to talk to you.
No.
Fantastic.
He's not
Why
intimidating.
did you turn it back? CNC routers next.
Because Dan relinquished that.
Yeah.
Dan got too busy to work on the CNC router because he's a
Congratulations.
successful professional. I also can't read from 10 feet away. Or, why is my shit broken? General updates. CNC router, it is basically down to the wiring. We ordered super fancy wire for the super fancy servo motors, drive motors, whatever we want to call them. That will be shipping hopefully by the end of the week. And once those are in, it will get wired up and then it will be onto software stuff. In the Woodshop CNC channel, we are trying to post updates. David Woods, admit. And as we get closer and closer to having the router done, we will keep posting updates and hopefully have it working very soon. Maker Faire is coming up November 5th and 6th. FamiLAB will not be doing Learn to Solder. We are just going to do general show-offy stuff. We do still need people to volunteer, show off what they've made at FamiLAB, show off what other people have made at FamiLAB, stuff like that. So if you are interested in helping with that, please meet us in the discussion channel Maker Faire. The annual meeting is coming up in 6 months, which means probably right after Maker Faire, we'll start pestering everybody for nominations for the board election. We don't have any bylaw changes or anything, I don't think, so far, knock on wood, to vote for. Nothing should change in the next 6 months, but we do need new people on the board. New door code. Brian has been working on getting the door code working for the new access control. Well, new old access control, just updating our software and making it easier for everyone involved. Help is appreciated. Please reach out to him if you are willing to help. It's BZWing0.
Yes, and there's a
On
pin in
Slack.
programming.
And there is a pin in the programming channel and probably discussion in there too. I'm not in there because I don't program.
Yes, there is some discussion. It's all worked off with a pin.
I don't even understand what that means.
It's all threads attached to the pin.
Oh, threads. I understand that. So that is what has been going on and what is happening currently at FamiLAB. We are working on getting more events and workshops and classes, but we need people to run them. So if you are interested, the events and classes channel has a pinned post with more information.
And events and classes can be something very simple, like a game day. It doesn't even have to be.
Yeah,
video games.
it could be just meet up. Like, hey, who wants to meet up and talk about shit or work on something?
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to be hanging out at the lab and want to call this a meetup. and want this on the calendar so I'm not sitting here alone.
Yes.
We can do that. Just tell us when that is.
Now is the portion of the meeting for open discussion. So if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, we'll get to introductions after this. Dave is looking very intent. I believe Dave is actually, I think the Maker Council, or not Maker Council, Inventor Council is looking to get back in person. You're on mute. You're on mute. See, it's got a little mute symbol. If you're trying to talk. Nope, you're still on mute.
It's not.
There we go. Haven't used this for a long, long time. So, yeah, we're kicking around the idea of getting back into live events, and so I don't know how your first Saturdays of the month look.
Pretty empty right now.
Yeah. Nice and open for you guys if you guys want to use the classroom or any of the space.
Okay. What's your current mask policy?
Up to personal, what's the right word to use? Personal discretion, personal preference.
Yeah, personal
Okay.
discretion and the standard be excellent to each other.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Okay.
Rule number one.
Yeah, if you're sick, stay.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't decided when the next in-person will be, so I can't give you a date yet.
So when you figured it out, just go ahead and send in that form.
Well, I'm ready to put it on the calendar if you want. I've got one of the old events. I can just pick a date to put it on real quick. So you want to do
Okay.
first Saturday for now, placeholder, or?
Okay.
You want to email us when they're ready to pick a day.
Okay, should I email or post on events?
Post an event.
Or
Okay.
you form an event.
Well, he already has an event thing,
Yeah,
so we don't have to make
Not a
one.
new one.
You put it on, grab it more
Schedule.
easily.
He's our former landlord. We'll
Yes,
treat him
yes.
nice.
Well, I don't know. I am curious as to what the new one is doing to you guys.
Have you heard from them?
No.
No,
Dan?
no, I haven't heard anything bad from them other than, they still bill us every month.
Okay.
The car place a few spaces down is gone.
That doesn't surprise me at all. so
Yeah.
I figured they were probably the next to fall, because he hasn't been doing what his primary business is. You know, his primary business was making off-road vehicles, but he hasn't been doing that for years, and so he's just been hanging on by his teeth.
Yeah, they've been pretty, haven't had like much interaction with them at all. Other than, paying the rent. And I mean, there were a couple things we had to, I forget what it was, but there were a couple things we had to get.
Sales tax.
Oh yeah, it was a sales tax. We had to get them to take that off, recognizing us as, the 501c3. But
Right.
they were friendly about that and, got that taken care of. And then, we've just been paying them and not hearing anything.
Yeah, well, they told me when I was in the process of selling the building that they like to support organizations such as yourself, and I don't know if that was just rhetoric or if they meant it. So
No news is no news.
Yeah,
No news is good news.
we're a little concerned when we first heard the thing about things going on with other tenants saying things about them being a bit aggressive with stuff, but I'm hoping that was, and I feel like that was probably just more on the other tenants than.
okay. So how has it been post M3MG?
Great. The new neighbors are real friendly.
Oh, good.
Actually, are personable.
Uh-huh. Instead of carrying a 6-shooter, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Just post in events
Yeah.
when
Okay.
when and if.
Alrighty.
We will be happy to have you all back.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, we just got to start developing some synergy. So I'll see if we can, I don't know if we can do October or not. We have a Zoom speaker, but that doesn't mean we can't be in a space.
Yeah.
So,
Addendum: the first Saturday of November is Maker Faire.
right, we're actually not having our November meeting because of Maker Faire. So our
Good
president
news.
is
the space
planning
will
on,
be
well,
empty.
you know Neil Narwani.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's our president now, so he's going to be there doing the retro computers, and so we're not having a meeting. And I'm traveling in a couple of days from that for going to be gone for a couple of months, so got a lot of things going on at that moment.
Well, awesome. So we'll plan for maybe December.
Yeah, that's possible.
The next first Saturday of the month, the first Saturday of October is.
This is me trying to move.
December 3rd would be the first Saturday of December.
But that's also like
Yeah.
2 weeks, not even
Not even.
12 days, something like that. Okay,
Moving on. I've been trying to do that. Real quick, the upcoming events. Our next open house will be the second Tuesday of October, which is the 11th at 8 p.m. Our next board meeting will be the second Thursday of October, which is the 13th at 8 p.m. And the next member meeting will be October 18th at 8 p.m. And Maker Faire Orlando is, of course, as we've said a couple times, November 5th and 6th. All days, both days. We don't have any other events or workshops currently planned. If you would like to, please reach out. And that brings us to introductions. Rock, paper, scissors. Who wants first?
That was a rock.
Yep.
Good old rock.
You can stay there. I'll just turn the camera. So introduce yourself. Tell us what you're about, what you do, what brought you to FamiLAB.
My name is Alex Gonzalez. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. What am I about? I don't know really. I mean, well, I can tell you some of my interest. I have a hobby background in automotive and motorcycle, whether it be mechanical or paint body. It's a lot of my background.
Modern.
Excuse me. It's either or, to be honest with you. So whatever I can get my hands on to drive is I'll probably be wrenching on it. Right now, as a side project, my father and I are working on a 1981 C10. We just put a small block Chevy from a 65 Impala into it, I believe. That's coming along. Might become my latest step size. Pretty cool. I've worked on my mini truck in the past. I've had a 97 S10 that I got pretty far along with it. I was going to do an airbag setup, and then it kind of broke on me. Kind of, I mean, I was 17, so I was kind of whiny back then. Either way, I would love to do that again, but since then I've gotten married. I've got a son here. It takes a lot of my funds, but yeah, I would love to engage in that again. So a few projects I would love to start soon. Maybe to utilize the space here. Definitely want to try to do a lowrider bicycle with an airbag setup. A few things. There's some animatronics that him and I want to work on shortly, and I love that stuff. Prop making, if you ask me if I ever want to do that, definitely is a huge yes. I definitely want to be into prop making. I'm heavily into robotics. Love that stuff. It's just that I haven't, again, had, I guess, a drive to push myself to complete one. I did a robotic hand for my capstone project, ITT Tech, like many years ago, and that was just like, that was just the beginning. I really wish I could have moved forward, but again, I'm hoping that the resources here will help me get along with that. What else? I want to build an FPV quadcopter. I mentioned that last time. I want to build, he's on a paintball team, so I would love to actually build a paintball gun robot on tracks for the field. That would be super fun to actually implement.
What I'm hearing is you have a lot of projects.
Yeah,
A lot of forks in the fire.
Unfortunately, and look at where I am now. Like that's the problem. I'm very scattered. I don't have. I don't know. I don't have a focus right now. I'm not very organized at the current moment with that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to develop a timeline to get that implemented.
So I have 2 questions for you.
2 questions.
Do you want the easy one or the hard one?
Elaborate. I'm sorry.
I have 2 questions. Would you like-
Oh, okay. You're talking
Red
about
pill
the
is
questions.
Red
You
pill
thought
is
you were
red pill.
asking if he wanted the easy or the hard. Is that one of the questions?
No. Which of these questions would you like? The easy question or the
It
difficult?
doesn't matter. Go ahead. Just do
Pick
your
one.
thing. Do your thing.
Hard.
Yeah, go for the
Which
hard one.
project do you think you'll complete first?
What I just mentioned, or the plethora that are in the background of my head
Yes.
right
Yes.
What is
now.
the first?
I'm probably gonna finish his animatronic first. I think that's where because it's specifically for upcoming holidays and stuff.
So Pi based, Raspberry Pi based, or?
Either or. I'm dabbling in both right now because I mean I spoke to him about it last week. I'm either gonna what I want to do is I want to build a Jeepers Creepers scarecrow, right, on a post.
So there's a
and
time limit on that.
there is a time limit on that. That's why I want to get that done.
Okay.
Either whichever sensor that I can implement into it. So if you pass it by, I want the eyes to start moving, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna use CFCs or mechanical.
Are you still doing the Raspberry Pi class? Oh, it's Micro.
What are you whispering
Well,
about?
Raspberry Pis, they're starting to come out with some type of controller.
What's the second question?
What's your favorite fandom?
That's another hard one, actually.
Nobody bumps up in the child pile. Nothing collected.
Collected, that's another one that's there's several subcategories for collection.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
It was both, unfortunately.
I'm
sorry.
We're not making it easy on us.
No, that's
All right, I'll make this easier. Thank you for introducing.
Okay, I got cut off. I'm sorry.
Or else there will be time after. Are you?
No.
Are both of you introducing or?
Well, I heard that you can extend the privileges to other members of the family, but I'm not sure because he's still a minor, so I'm not sure how that works.
Correct. Minors cannot be full members, but they can still come in with you.
But he can tag along.
Yeah, he can tag
Oh,
along.
that's sick. That's cool.
Yeah, can't
That
be here by yourself. You're under 18.
You wouldn't get an access badge.
No, that's cool. And he'd be with me anyway, so that'd be fun.
Do you want to introduce as well? No? All
His name's
right.
Noah. He's on a paintball team.
Hello, Mr. One Dimensional.
Moving on to you. Who are you and what do you do? You.
Oh, me. Oh, shit, I
Yeah,
forgot. Let's see, I got a few interests. I run my own company. It's event production, concerts, tours, stuff like that. And we're working on an event that we just pulled out of the air. Sci-fi horror con that we were going to do out in Daytona. I was trying to work with some of the other cons going on, but they're like, no, your ideas are too evil. We don't want you. It's like, that's cool. I understand. I have a lot of interests. A couple projects I'm working on is trying to get I have 4 servers. And we were on a couple of the main ones. I was doing the hot swap of all the hard drives, and it apparently didn't like it, and it just says no error. You know, error. We're not going to listen to you anymore. And I tried it on my second server. Same issue. Even though I waited a day apart to put the new drives in, it's still didn't change.
Gotcha.
So,
So you were just swapping out the hot swaps?
yeah,
And
just
it
trying
wasn't,
to-
it wasn't restriping?
yeah,
Okay.
but,
So a rate propagation,
yeah, and I was trying to get it, but,
what operating system?
yeah, but I have a friend who was helping me, but he's in Australia. So it's a bit of a time issue. And then they had the fires, and then he's like, well, I can't help you, our country's kind of on fire.
Priorities.
Yeah. Okay, you know, then he got busy and I got busy.
So IT stuff in the
IT,
foreground.
I do woodworking, been a few years, but, you know, trying to make a neck through bass. I play bass, again, when there's time.
Right.
Like I'm gonna try to make a couple cases for them
Mm.
and for all my equipment, because I'm kind of getting tired of finding new cardboard boxes to move the stuff around in.
Early American cardboard.
Yeah.
Last one.
And I'm also a caregiver. My mom comes with me, so.
I met her. What's
I
her name?
bring- what now?
What's her name?
Irma,
Oh, Irma.
like the hurricane
I
that
gave
destroyed
her a
us.
rose.
You know, I wasn't gonna say it.
That's me in a nutshell.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm a geek. I love Star Trek.
You bite the heads off chickens.
Star Wars is, it's cool.
What about Stargate?
Yeah. But that's it.
Does anybody have questions besides the ones Ray's been interrupting with? I
Yeah,
guess.
sorry about that.
What was the last con that you went to? Excuse me, what was the last con that you went to?
What was the last convention you went to?
Oh, gosh.
But you didn't have to run.
Yeah, MegaCon, I guess.
The recent one, that just
Yeah.
passed? Okay.
Oh, no, the one 10 years ago.
I don't remember these things.
It went during
Well, you never
COVID.
know.
The virtual one.
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
Overhead.
To
one.
sit down and just have somebody take you around.
Any other questions for Dana?
So what would you like get out of the lab? What classes would you like to attend? What areas did you want to focus on?
Well, I actually like to finish a project.
Yeah.
Which is a good reason to come and get
I have
started.
all these things started, but
Finishing is hard.
yeah. I'll probably say the first thing on my to-do list is my service.
You all right there?
Yeah.
Something I can grow?
Finishing.
The irony almost killed him.
Yeah, finishing is hard.
She said,
Sorry to interrupt, sorry.
It's all good.
I have the mind of a 7-year-old. All right. Thank you for introducing Dana and Alex.
There you go. That's a good job.
I will forget again in 20 times. We've had 2 members complete the process this last month. Adam Remington, who is a returning member, welcome back, and Sterling Daly. So welcome to FamiLAB, and thank you for joining. That brings us to the end of our meeting agenda. So if anyone has any additional things they would like to add to the official agenda-ness, please speak now or forever hold your peace until next month.
Well, I've got an item that's not really business at all, but we recently replaced a Nito vacuum cleaner. It's a robotic vacuum cleaner that apparently the new batteries that we put in died. And so it's busy speaking foreign languages to us and being uncooperative. So we got a replacement. And it's free to anybody who wants all those fun parts.
Sure.
Ray says sure. Ray will take it.
I'll take it.
Well, I'll bring it to the lab the next time I'm up there then.
Wonderful. Slap a Ray Scully sticker on it. Put it back in the back and I'll get it.
Okay, for who?
Ray Scully.
Ray Scully?
Yes.
Okay.
Wetware.
That's fair.
Whiskey.
From the French meaning abattoir.
Awesome. So that concludes our member meeting for today. So thank you all for coming and have a awesome month, week, time. We're going to end the recording. We'll leave the chat open a bit if people